Hey everyone, so there's a couple things I actually want to talk to you about today. Hold on. Okay. The first one being, well, yesterday I went, was it yesterday? Well, now officially it's after midnight, so I guess it would have been Monday. Well, anyway, Monday I went to, the doctor, and, I apologized to Corinne about everything, and I felt like she was still, like, mad at me, because, I don't know, I'm always on the defense, so, but, when I explained to her what happened, she's like, well, sick is the best time for you to come see me, and I'm like, I was exhausted, like, I had work that night, I didn't want to come in, oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, it seemed like she was still, like, upset with me, and then she said, well, you could still have called back on Monday to reschedule, and I told her, I'm like, I did call back on Monday and reschedule, and I got yelled at that day, so, and then she asked me if there was a better day or time that worked, and I told her, no, like, Mondays are fine, I was just sick, and I didn't know I was going to be sick on Friday, so I couldn't give you a real 24-hour notice, so, whatever, if she's upset with me, she can be upset with me, I don't care, because I personally felt like I just needed my sleep, so I got sleep. So yeah, the OB appointment went well. I had to do the glucose test again, and the nurse felt so bad for me because I had to drink the drink that they gave me, and to me it just tastes like a very thick Sunkist that isn't super carbonated, and I like the taste of it. And the lady's like, well, you're the first. And I'm like, I just think it tastes good. Can't help it. I like orange soda, and I just think it tastes good. And she's like, even when you keep drinking it? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, some people are like, oh, it's not bad. And then by the end of it, they're like, this is the worst thing ever. And I don't think it's that bad. So, what else? So, yeah, so then we took her Sadie's heart rate, and it was in the 150s, but it was probably because of the sugary drink that I had, and it didn't, and 150s isn't bad anyway. And I gained some weight. I'm still not at my highest weight yet. I weigh right now what I weighed about a year ago, so, not bad. The OB was not happy, but, I'm pregnant. You gain weight when you're pregnant. Hold on, I got 2 calls coming. Oh, that was quicker than I thought. So yeah, she wasn't happy that I gained weight, but I'm pregnant, and I actually have, like, a really good appetite now, so I've been wanting to eat more and more. And with this child, I crave sweets bad. So, that's it for the OB. And then, Sunday night I had called Parkside, which is the apartments that we're moving into, and I wanted to confirm that we are going to be able to move in next month, and, that, God, my brain just, like, farts out all the time. I'm losing my train of thought. Oh, and, like, if we can't, then, unfortunately we're gonna have to ask for a deposit back, and we don't want to do that. Well, she called me Monday morning while I was at the doctor's, and when I was waiting for the lab, oh, and they found my arm right away, and hardly bruised, you can't even see it, so I was excited, or they found my vein right away, which they usually can't. Anyway, my blood pressure's been good, because it was really high in the beginning of the pregnancy, so, okay. So, yeah, well, we were waiting for the lab, which I gotta talk about the lab again, too. She called, or I checked my voicemail. She had left me 2 voicemails. The first one was, that, she, as far as she knew, everything was still on track. He was going to be returning the keys on Friday, and that we would be able to move in sometime next week. Well, then, she called me a couple minutes later and said that she ran into him or she saw him walking around outside, and she grabbed him and talked to him, and he's actually turning in his keys. I think it's today, the 28th, that he's going to turn him in. So we signed the lease next Thursday at 9:30 in the morning, so yeah, I'm excited. So there's some videos that Kyle and I are going to do while we still have internet at my mom's, and, do a little update for you guys, because last time you saw an update video or even information on our relationship was, like, from both of us, was back when we very first started dating. So I think it's time to give you an update. So if you have any questions for us, feel free to post questions, because we like those kind of videos. Um, let's see. So yeah, the lab. I sat out in the hallway. Once again, they didn't come out, but I kept my ears peeled and listened inside that office because I didn't want to be screwed over again. So, but they didn't come out to the hallway at all. I was so mad. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, just, why can't you have chairs in there that are big enough for people with big butts? Because I got a big butt. So yeah, that's that. And we're moving. Right now I'm 34 weeks, so I have 6 to go. So I wanted to read you the week 34 of pregnancy, which I haven't read yet, so if I make any mistakes, I do apologize. Okay, week 34 of pregnancy. And then at the top it says, a boy baby's testicles descend this week. Whoopee! But mom should also look out below and above as your vision becomes less sharp. So, I don't have a boy though, so I guess that didn't even pertain to me and I didn't have to read it. But I thought it was funny. Okay, your baby in week 34. What is new this week? Your baby is clocking in at 5 pounds and could be as tall as 20 inches by now. And the vernix, which is the white coating protecting your baby's skin, is getting thicker. This week, a boy's testicles start making their way down from his abdomen, oh wow, to their final destination, his scrotum. Look out below! Oh my god, this is so cheesy. While about 3 to 4% of boys are born with undescended testicles, it's nothing to worry about. They usually head downtown before junior turns a year old. Now see, I thought that all happened during puberty. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know about male parts. I really don't talk about my husband and that. We've never had that conversation. Interesting. They usually, oh yeah, in other baby-related developments, those tiny fingernails have probably reached the tip of her fingers by now, getting ready for that last postpartum manicure. Oh. My body in week 34, you're not seeing things, at least not as well as usual. That would make a lot of sense, because, like, I feel like my vision has been kind of crappy, like, fuzzier, and then, why is that light up? I don't know. And then, sorry, and at night, when I'm driving my car, I feel like my mom said my lights probably need adjusted on the car anyway, but I drive with my brights on and everybody hates me, and I'm sorry, but I can't not drive without my brights on. I feel like I can't see, like, it's awful. Anyway, that's because your eyes are yet another part of your body that falls prey to those pesky pregnancy hormones. Not only can your vision seem less sharp these days, but also a decrease in tear production can leave your eyes dry and irritated, especially if you wear contact lenses. Well, I don't know. Plus, an increase in fluid behind your eyes lenses can temporarily change their shape, making some women more nearsighted or farsighted than usual. Happily, these vision changes during pregnancy are all temporary. Things should clear up as your eyes return to normal after delivery, so there's no need to change your prescription just yet. Well, I don't have glasses, so. Week 34 pregnancy tip. Recording memories for your baby. You've got so many hopes and dreams about your baby, and each one is worth remembering and sharing. Record them before you forget by writing a letter or a series of letters to your baby. Feel a little funny writing to the... Nah, I wouldn't feel funny. I'm totally that mom. Feel a little funny writing to the border of your belly whom you've never met? Don't. Just speak from the heart. I would probably start crying if I did that. I feel like my eyes start to tear up a little bit. Okay. Start by visualizing your baby and writing down what you see in your mind's eye. Gorgeous, of course. Brilliant, no doubt. Talk about what this pregnancy means to you and how it's changing your body and your world. Recount the foods you craved, the cheese, grape jelly, and pickle sandwiches, and the lengths you went to satisfy those cravings, driving 6 miles out of the way to the one deli that would make it. Relay how you chose your baby's name. You have chosen it by now, haven't you? Or the colors for the nursery. Share your reaction when you first found out you were pregnant. I cried. I was not happy. And I was just like, my world is falling apart. And Kyle was excited. But so many people were going to be so upset. And they were. And now everybody's excited for us. They're just worried about us financially, which, who isn't? Share your reaction when you first found out you were pregnant. When you first felt the first kicks. Yeah, they felt like, oh, when she first kicked, I wasn't YouTubing then. they felt like little buzzes, or like little bees buzzing around, and like muscle spasms in my abdomen, and now it's completely different. It's weird. It's so weird. When you found out your baby's sex, if you have, oh, I was so excited. We went to my little meet at 18 weeks and 3 or 4 days. It was a Saturday, and my monthly, or my week, changes on a Wednesday. And I was so happy. I was like, she's a girl! She's a girl! I was just thankful. Imagine what your future will be like together. Do you see yourself pushing a swing in the park, tossing a football on the front lawn, baking muffins in the kitchen, and what your baby's future might be like? A movie star, a scientist, a president? Dream big. Open up your heart, put the contents on paper, and seal it with a kiss. Your letter to your baby is certain to become one of your most treasured possessions, and eventually your child's. Hold on. Okay. Learn more about staying sane during pregnancy. No, I'm not going to go into that right now. Okay, so week 34, pregnancy symptoms. Okay. Oh, also, on Sunday night into Monday morning, I had a lot of, like, cramping on my right side, and it felt like menstrual cramps, and oh my god, they were painful. Like, it was not fun, but, there was nothing to worry about, because they weren't countable, and, they lasted what seemed like an hour at a time. Like, it just seemed like they lasted forever, and then it would stop, and then I'd be okay for a little while, and then it'd come again. Well, I haven't had them since then, thank you God, but they were painful. They were not fun. So, but when I told my OB about it, she wasn't too excited, and she's like, you need to let us know when that stuff happens, especially if it's more than 4 an hour. And I was like, well, if I was having them off and on, like, very frequently, but it was just like, they would come and stay for a long time and then go, and then I'd be okay for an hour or two, and then they'd come again. So, you know, I wasn't really countable, and I haven't had any more, so it was probably just either the Braxton Hicks or the round ligament pain, so. Okay, week 34 pregnancy symptoms. Flatulence. As your 3rd trimester progresses, you may be getting gassier. Anxiety just makes those gassy feelings worse. You tend to swallow more air when you're stressed, so try this tension tamer. Breathe deeply through your nose and out through your mouth for a minute or 2 each day. Constipation. Need to rev up those slow-moving bowels? Rough up your diet with some dried fruits and veggies, and whole grains. One thing you don't want to do, take laxatives, even herbal ones. Get your practitioner on board before taking any medicine for constipation. Well, I haven't had any constipation. Increased discharge. No, I can read it. Hemorrhoids. Nope. Backaches. Oh, yeah. Well, my back hurts all the time anyway. And I have to make an appointment with this guy to get a belly support. So that'll help a lot. But your shifting center of gravity. Oh, yeah. We've read this 1,001,001 times.